Ten Hag signing looks almost certain to seal a transfer away from Man United. Manchester United are reportedly not holding contract talks with Christian Eriksen at the moment, as a transfer away from Old Trafford looks all but certain in the months ahead. According to Fabrizio Romano on X, the Denmark international is not currently negotiating a new deal with Man United, and it seems there is perhaps little prospect of that changing, meaning he will most likely see out his current contract and leave on a free transfer at the end of the season. Eriksen has been a useful squad player for United since he joined, but the truth is that the Red Devils haven't seen the best of him at Old Trafford, and it could now be for the best for both parties to go their separate ways. Eriksen may no longer be at his peak, but he has had a fine career in Europe and was at various points one of the best creative midfielders around. That's no longer the case, but at the same time, he hasn't lost all his ability, so could still have plenty to offer to a number of teams out there, even if they are not quite at United's level. Man United fans will hope a replacement is lined up, however, as there are arguably not really enough other creative players in Ten Hag's squad right now. Eriksen might not be quite the player to deliver that on a regular basis, but the 32-year-old would leave a gap that needs filling, and that would mean even more spending on what is already a pretty expansively assembled squad, including several failed Ten Hag signings since he took over as manager. Man United star is waiting for Erik Ten Hag to get sacked before making future decision. According to Football Insider, Manchester United defender Harry Maguire is waiting for manager Erik Ten Hag to get sacked. The England international has entered the final year of his contract at the club, and he has still not made any decision over his future. He is waiting to see the future of the manager first before deciding his long-term future at Old Trafford. Ten Hag has been linked with an exit from the club after his team's poor performances this season. The Red Devils are currently 11th in the league after making a disappointing start to the season. A number of other managers have been linked with the Man United job, and as per the report, it appears highly likely that the new manager will decide the future of Maguire at the club. The centre-back has lost his place in the starting lineup this season to Lisandro Martinez and Matthias de Ligt. However, after scoring a late equalizer against Porto in the Europa League, he was handed a start in the next match against Aston Villa, where he kept a clean sheet in a partnership with Johnny Evans. The English defender has often been criticized for his performances for Man United, but he has been a brilliant backup option for them, and his experience has helped them in tough situations. If he wants a place in the starting lineup, then a move away from the Premier League giants is what his career needs at this stage. Ten Hag or any other manager who potentially replaces the Dutchman will not be looking to start Maguire, and he will only be used as a backup option. Maguire is currently out of action with an injury, and he is expected to return for the Red Devils after a few weeks. Manuel Ugarte has chance to prove himself with Casemiro possibly injured. Manchester United returned to winning ways at the weekend with a 2-1 Premier League victory over Brentford at Old Trafford. The Red Devils had a subpar performance in the opening half against the Bees. They went 1-0 down in controversial fashion before the break. However, the second half display was much improved. Alejandro Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund sealed a comeback win for Erik Ten Hag's side. Casemiro partnered Christian Eriksen in midfield against the Bees. The Brazilian had a slow start but produced a dominant display thereafter. The 32-year-old won 100% of his aerial duels with 4 tackles and 6 ball recoveries. Unfortunately, he picked up a possible calf injury in the 85th minute and is a huge doubt to face Fenerbahce in the Europa League in midweek. Casemiro's potential absence could be a blessing in disguise for Manuel Ugarte, who has played just 9 minutes in the last 3 games for United. The Uruguayan, who was described as very good by Ten Hag, was an unused substitute against Porto and Aston Villa before the international break. He also came on in the 88th minute on Saturday after Casemiro asked to be substituted due to injury. Ten Hag has repeatedly said that the 25-year-old has to adapt to the club's playing style. Ugarte could have the chance to prove himself on Thursday. Ugarte is obviously much better than Casemiro when it comes to his distribution. He has completed 94% of his passes since making his debut last month. The former Paris Saint-Germain man has also impressed with his duel-winning ability, but he probably needs to improve with the timing of his tackles. Ugarte has been prone to picking up yellow cards in the past with his pressing, but may have to play with extra caution, particularly in the Premier League. Man United owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe told he has made a schoolboy error at the club. Keith Wyness, who is the former chief of Premier League club Everton, feels that Manchester United co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe made a schoolboy error at the club. Wyness believes that Ratcliffe's decision to allow manager Erik ten Hag to increase his backroom staff is a mistake and it's going to cost the club in the future. Ten Hag faced an uncertain future at the club in the summer, but the Red Devils decided to show faith in the Dutch manager and kept him at the club. After doing that, they allowed him to bring his assistant managers. He made the decision to hire former Manchester United striker Ruud van Nistelrooy and Dutch manager Ren Haik as his assistant managers. After a poor start to the new season, questions have been raised about Ten Hag and his decision-making, whether it's for team selection or for recruitment. Wyness told the Football Insider, "Don't forget, it's not just Ten Hag but his whole backroom staff. It's a real Dutch contingent that he has hired. That's the schoolboy error Jim Ratcliffe made. He allowed Ten Hag to put this big stuff together, even after the talk of him going at the end of last season. It's a problem for Man United, how they negotiate that. It will be interesting. It's another potential nightmare for them if things have to change this season." After the win against Brentford at the weekend, the Red Devils are now in 11th position in the league table. They are way behind their rival teams who are all sitting in the top 4 of the Premier League. Ten Hag has found it difficult to build on his FA Cup success from last season despite being backed by the club in the transfer market in the summer. Man United have made it a habit of making surprising decisions, from transfer fees for the players to terminating Sir Alex Ferguson's contract as the ambassador of the club. Giving complete authority to Ten Hag may come back to haunt them in the future. Reporter drops worrying claim about how Man United staff feel about Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Some of Manchester United's longest-serving staff members are unhappy following the arrival of Sir Jim Ratcliffe. The Ineos CEO won the race to become the Red Devils' new minority shareholder, beating Qatar banker Sheikh Jassim to the £1.4 billion investment opportunity at the start of the year. Now in charge of United's sporting operations, Ratcliffe, along with right-hand man Sir David Brailsford and sporting director Dan Ashworth, are looking to restore the fallen giants back to their former glories. Doing so is proving a lot easier said than done, though. The 72-year-old British billionaire has already made some tough decisions, including cutting 250 staff members and stopping Sir Alex Ferguson's yearly ambassador salary. Consequently, with some major shake-ups happening behind the scenes, unsurprisingly, morale among remaining staff members is worryingly low. Speaking live on air, journalist and reporter Alex Crook explained how some of United's longest-serving members of staff have been left feeling threatened and downbeat by the recent changes. Crook told TalkSport the following: "Ratcliffe made a lot of changes behind the scenes. I'm told, actually, morale among long-serving staff members is not brilliant as a result of those changes." The next big decision Ratcliffe could face is deciding Erik ten Hag's future. The Dutch manager, despite coming back from 1-0 down to beat Brentford 2-1 on Saturday, remains under huge pressure. Thursday night's Europa League game away to Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce will be crucial in deciding the 54-year-old's Old Trafford future. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.